Hey guys, PrinceofMacedon here, and I'm playing a Rome Total War online battle. I command the Macedonians, and my opponent is Alex Septimus, in command of the Julii Romans. We will look at my initial army first. I say initial because it's going to change. I've got 2 companion cav, gold gold, 4 light lancers, gold gold, 6 royal pikes, silver gold, and 6 archers, gold gold, and you can see I am withdrawing my archers, and I'm doing that because I saw what my opponent brought to the battlefield, and I don't think that I really need those archers. There's my my Macedonian general in command of the companion cav on my right wing. So we are going to look at Alex Septimus' Roman army, and you're going to see why I'm starting to withdraw some of my Macedonian troops. You can see that he has no upgrades on his units except for his 6 legionary cohorts. On his 6 legionary cohorts he has 2 experience upgrades, which is almost the equivalent of silver upgrades. So, you can see he has some urban cohorts, 2 of them, legionary cohorts. Then he has a lot of triarii, which will be great for killing off my cav. Then he has 2 archer auxilia units, 2 praetorian cav, a Roman armor general, where his general's at. Then he also has 2 hastati units, which I don't really fear. But look at my dudes. Not only am I withdrawing 6 of my archers, I'm also withdrawing 2 of my light lancers. And look at all those upgrades they are bringing with them. So yeah, when I see an opponent using a kind of weaker army, I will do what I can to weaken my army too, just to make it more fair. So there go my lancers and my archers. I still have 2 lancers, 2 companion cav, and 6 royal pikes. So you can see right now is my new Macedonian army, and I have used 11,620 denarii for that army, and my numbers have shrunk considerably. So now I'm going to advance forward here with my phalanx, and I'm going to do battle. And here my opponent's targeting my companions on my left wing, so I'm going to put those guys in loose formation. So yeah, this is my opponent's Roman army, and those are his archer auxilia trying to assassinate my Macedonians from afar. So as I rush forward, my opponent is going to spread his army out. That was a pretty nice looking move. He's going to spread them out so he can surround my phalanx, but that's what my companions are there for. They are there to protect the flanks of my phalanx. So as he skirts around my phalanx, you're going to see my horses coming in for a rear charge on his Roman dudes, and hopefully my rear charges on his infantry will discourage him from trying to outflank me again. So it's the same on both sides of my phalanx, and I've routed one of his units, probably his hastati. The hastati aren't very good, even with upgrades they kind of blow. But his legionary cohorts with those 2 experience upgrades, and his urban cohorts, and his triarii are going to be a little bit more deadly. The triarii aren't really good for killing pikes, of course, but they are great for killing my horsemen. So I got to stay away from those dudes on the flanks. And so as I pull my horses out, I'm going to push it back into the battlefield for rear charges. And I've routed another Roman unit, and here's another rear charge. And this charge will come from my lancers. And the lancers have the same charge value as companions, but they don't have the same sustained combat value as a companion. And if you look in the very back of the battlefield, you can see one of my light lancer squadrons. They were routing, but they stopped routing almost near the border, so keep an eye out for them because they might become crucial later on in the battlefield. Alright, so this fight is degenerating into giant blobs here, but I'm going to maintain my organization. Here are my companions, duking it out with his praetorians. There's my general. And I will be trying to pull out with my horses at every opportunity. My opponent is launching this cav charge on my left flank here. So my royal pikes here are kind of in danger. And at about this point, I don't want any of my pikes to get destroyed, so I'm going to withdraw some of my horsemen from the right flank, and I'm going to charge into the left flank. And I'm also transferring my royal pikemen from my right flank over there too, because this is where I see the trouble spot right here. So I am transferring a lot of my royal pikes to this sector. And you have to keep an eye out for the danger zones, because if you don't, then your army can crumble. So the fight's pretty crucial right now. I can't mismanage my troops at this point, but if I do, then I can just die. And I don't want that happening. Anyways, you're probably wondering why am I playing this game again, and I'll tell you why. I just became a partner on my non-gaming channel, so I started making background graphics for my other channel, and for my other channel, I decided to make a little cartoon of myself wearing Alexander the Great's helmet. So when I did that, I became inspired to play this game at least one more time, or who knows. But anyways, here are my light lancers. So as I said, they might become crucial later, and this is later. So I'm bringing them into the battle, and look at that. They are starting to cause a rout among the Roman ranks. So as they say in Mulan, even a single grain of rice can tip the scale. So in this case, my light lancers coming back into battle is what tipped the scale for my battle plate here. And look at that, my opponent is withdrawing his troops. He is ordering a organized withdrawal. And right here I see some of his units here. They are isolated, and I'm going to charge them with my companions, who are down to 2 horsemen, and also my light lancers, who are also down to a few men and horses. So I actually rout that isolated unit of Romans, and you can see me also bringing up my Macedonian pikemen, and they are charging forward here. I don't want my opponent getting away too far. And in order to stop him from withdrawing any farther, I decided to launch my horses into his right flank there. But that was unnecessary, because it looks like my opponent was going to do a last stand anyways. But, so yeah, here are my pikes. I have confronted his last remaining legionary cohorts, and I'm going to launch cav charges on his right flank there. There's my lancers. I still have quite a few of those guys, and I also have my general left. And he has 1 companion with his little squadron there. And my opponent's troops are starting to rout, and there are his urban cohorts. He has 1 group left of urban cohorts. And at this point, my opponent's troops all routed from the battlefield. So that is the end of the battle. And yeah, I haven't played this game in ages. It was quite fun to play again. I played 1 battle before this. My opponent was using the Germans, but not a very good idea to use Germans against the Macedonians. Anyways, that was an average victory. Good game to my opponent, Alex Septimus. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle.